Hi guys and girls, welcome back to the channel Honest Option Trader. Now today I'm back with a video. In fact, it is going to be a strategy that you've never seen on YouTube. Okay, this is something that I personally use, and if you wish to really make profits in the stock market and make your career here, this is something that you should look to closely and use it on a daily basis. Okay, now as I've always told you, no strategy can give you 100% results. So don't expect to come into the market and every day take a trade and that trade be profitable. Okay, even with this strategy, you might be, if you use it correctly, you should be able to get at least a 65 to 70% accuracy. Okay, that is if you use it correctly. So try not to skip the video, watch the video closely, as I will be explaining every detail. Then you can start using it. You can start back testing it before you use it, and then you use it and see what it can do for you. Okay, now this is basically, as you've already seen the thumbnail and the title of the video, we will be using the 5 EMA strategy that has been propagated by the Power of Stocks channel, and as a double confirmation to really help us be strong and be sure about the trade, we'll be using 2 RSIs. Okay, so without any delay, let's start the video. Now here is your nifty chart. Okay, now to start off with, let's go into the indicator section and we will type in here the EMA. Okay, that is your exponential moving average, and here is, you can just choose this, the first one that appears on the screen. Okay, now close this. Now here you see this is plotted. Okay, now you need to change the settings on this. Give me 1 second. Now you see here this says it's a 9 moving average, but what we need is a 5 moving average. So you go to the settings here. Here you see the length, you change this to 5. Okay, the style depends on you. I'm just keeping it blue and I'm keeping it how it is, so I just change the period from 5, I'm sorry, 9 to 5. Okay, here you go. Now the chart, you should always be using the 15-minute chart, and this strategy is only for sell trades, or if you're just buying options, you buy your PE trades. Okay, this is not for buying, it is for selling or PE trades. You can use it for nifty or bank nifty as you wish. Now next, as I told you, now everyone knows about the 5 EMA strategy. As soon as a candle closes far from the moving average, you take a trade on the next candle with your stop loss above this high, and you take a trade. Okay, now for a double confirmation, here is your double RSI. So how do you set that up? Go to your indicator section, type on RSI, relative strength index. Okay, you click this and it appears on your chart. Here it is. Now you go back to the settings for this RSI. Now we don't need this RSI based MA, which is the moving average. We don't need this. Okay, go to the inputs and you make this 100. Okay, 100, or better yet, I'll tell you what, you can use an 88. Okay, use the 88, and rest all you keep the same. Okay, now this is done. You This is how your RSI looks now. Okay, then you go back to the indicator section, type in RSI, and you have this here again. You click on it again, so there is another RSI added here to your chart. Okay, now you go back to the settings. You need to change these settings. Again, you take out the moving average, RSI based moving average here, go back to the inputs, and this you change to 25. Now for this one, you will need to change the color a bit so that they both don't look the same. Okay, so color again depends on what you like. I'll use a black, and I'll use a little thicker line. Okay, Now this is how both your RSIs look. Now you need them to overlap. So what you go to these three dots here, and you just move to existing pane below. Okay, here's how it looks. Now after doing this, you go back to the three dots, and instead of this pin to scale A, you do pin to scale Z. Now when you do this, the second should automatic change, but just check out, and if it's pinned to scale Z, you can keep it that way. So these are your indicators. Okay, now here's where you need to pay close attention so that you understand how this works exactly. Okay, now as again, I'm sure the 5 EMA strategy is a really famous strategy. I'm sure you've all watched the videos by the Power of Stocks channel, and there are many other traders out there who've explained this video. So I'll just give you a gist, and it is as soon as a candle closes above and far away from this particular moving average, like over here. This is the first example. Okay, this is your moving average, and here is your candle. Okay, so as soon as you see something like that, the next candle you take an entry. Okay, and your stop loss will be somewhere over here. Now you could go for a 1:2 minimum risk reward ratio. Okay, so this is a trade. Now however, how would you know if this is the correct trade? Okay, because there will be times when there is a candle set up like this, like for example, you can see something over here. Okay, here the candle is closed above this, and you would look to take a trade, but after that it goes up, and if your stop loss is here, you've gotten stopped out from this trade. Okay, so how to avoid these trades? For that, you look to the RSI indicator with the settings that I just gave you. Okay, so here's how it starts. Now this trade, let's go back to this one was give me 1 second here. This one was on the 24th of February. Okay, this is at 9:15. The market opened above the moving average, and this looks like a nice candle to enter. So you can take the trade here, right? So for double confirmation, you look to the RSI, and what you need over here is this black line, the black RSI needs to be either below the blue line or should be crossing over. Okay, you don't take a trade if the black line is above the blue line. That is your rule. Okay, that's the rule of the thumb. So in this trade, now over here you see the black line is above. Okay, so I would suggest not to take the trade. Okay, even though now it looks like it's going down, so you would be tempted, but in a live market you wouldn't know. This could go here and then bounce back up. Okay, so wait for it to cross over. Now where does it cross over? Somewhere over here. So you go ahead and take this trade somewhere over here. Okay, so here is where it crosses over. You take the trade here. Okay, your stop loss somewhere over here. Now when you take this trade, as I told you already, you would look for somewhere around 1:2 risk reward ratio. Okay, so your stop loss is above the high of this candle, maybe a 2 points more than that, and you go for a 1:2 risk reward ratio. So that'll be somewhere around here. You see, you could go for a 1:2 risk reward ratio. Now you could look for bigger targets as well, but that makes it a little more risky because nowadays the market is pretty volatile and could change. So you see, this is a successful trade over here. Now you only take in the trade when the rule of your thumb, the black line is below your blue line. This is one trade. Now here you have another. Now here also the fire, this is the 5 EMA, the proper the strategy. It's closed above your moving average EMA, I'm sorry, and you would take this trade because the black line is below your blue line. Okay, so again, as I told you, you take the trade, you enter somewhere around here, your stop loss somewhere around here. Okay, and you wait for 1:2. This I think should give you somewhere around your 1:2. Around here, you could exit, and you've got another successful trade. Now, I'll just show you maybe another trade, and then you guys could start back testing this on your own. Okay, give me 1 second here. Now, here, here you see again the 5 EMA rule is satisfied. Okay, your black line is below the blue line. Okay, so you go ahead and take the trade, and again here is your 1:2 risk reward ratio. So you can back test this on your own, guys, and see how this works out for you. Now this strategy is 5 EMA is all over YouTube, but this confirmation is something that I've added and I personally use. So you also could go ahead and use it and see if it works out for you. If it does, drop a comment or drop a like. Okay, now it takes a lot of effort for me to make these videos for you guys, so please do subscribe to the channel, so whenever I post more strategies, you also can join in and make use of those strategies. Okay,
This is a glimpse of trades given in my free Telegram group. Also, I am starting a paid group with a fee of just 199 rupees where I will give proper SL and targets. Contact me at my WhatsApp number or Telegram in the link in description. Signing off till then.